the holidays. Some people were waiting at the airport. After a while, an aeroplane landed. The passengers got out and everyone waved. "Here they come," said a man in the crowd to his wife. "Can you see Wendy and William?" Wendy and William had come to spend the summer holidays with their grandparents. It was the first time that they had come to visit them. They were excited. "Welcome to the West Indies," said Grandma. "It's lovely to have you here." "You'll love the island," said Grandpa, helping them with their luggage. Grandma and Grandpa led the children to their car. "It's lovely to be here," said William, "but we didn't know the sun would be so hot." Grandpa laughed. "You'll soon get used to it," he said. He took their bags and put them into the car. "Come on," he said, "let's go." On the way, Grandpa stopped the car and they looked at the view. It was spectacular. "You can see all over the island from up here," said Grandpa. "Our house is down there by the sea. If you look closely, you can even see my boat." He pointed to a small pier in the distance. "This is breathtaking. Look how blue the sea is," said Wendy. "Back in the city, the sea is always cold and gray." "Do you go across those islands in your boat?" asked William, pointing to the outlying islands. "Yes, and you can come with me next time I go there," said Grandpa. Grandma and Grandpa's house was near a beach. From the window, the children could see the clear blue sky. They could see boats sailing by too. After they had unpacked it, they went out to the patio to enjoy the sea breeze. "What a fantastic place to live," said William. Grandma came out with some cool drinks for them. "You must be hot and thirsty," she said. When they saw some children on the beach, they were playing in the water. "I can't wait to go for a swim," she said. Grandpa took the children to see his boat. He had an unlucky accident a few days ago. His boat hit a rock and there was a small hole in the side. He had taken the boat out of the water so he could mend the hole. "Wow," said William. "This is a much bigger boat than what I had in mind." "This boat needs a painting before I put it back into the sea," said Grandpa. "Perhaps we can help you," said Wendy. "Then you'll get it finished sooner." "Good idea," said Grandpa. "Then I can take you to see all those islands." "Hooray!" shouted the children. They went to work the next day. Grandpa mended the hole and the children helped paint it. "I'm good at painting," William told Grandpa. "Do you remember the time I helped paint Biff and Chip's treehouse?" "I don't know about that," laughed the Grandpa. "I only know you're good at getting paint on yourself. Look at your clothes." "Is the boat ready to be put back to the sea today?" asked Wendy. "I can't wait to sail to those islands." "Not so fast," smiled Grandpa. "The paint has to dry first. It'll take a couple of days." "There'll be time for sailing later," said Grandma. "You haven't even been for a swim yet." In the afternoon, Grandma took them to the beach. The sky was blue and so was the sea. The water was cool and clear. "It's comfortable in the water," said William. Why don't you come for a swim too? Grandma chuckled. My swimming days have a long past, she said. Wendy and William soon made friends with the other children on the beach. They lent Wendy and William some masks and flippers. Put them on and swim with us, they said. We'll look after you. The children swam away from the shore and dived under the water. Wendy and William swam along, looking down at the seabed. There were colorful corals. They saw different fish too. There's nothing like this back home, thought Wendy. She signaled William to follow close by. A giant fish called a stingray swam past. It didn't seem to mind the children swimming above it. It just went slowly on its way. I've seen this at the aquarium before, thought Wendy, but I never thought I'd be swimming with one. I wish I had a camera, thought William. The next day, Wendy and William saw some children trying on colorful costumes next door. Wendy and William were curious. It's for the jump up, said one of the children. Are you coming too? We might if we knew what a jump up was, said William. Grandma told Wendy about the jump up. You may call it a carnival, she said. Everyone dresses in colorful costumes. Some play tricks and others make music. It's a fun parade. Can you join? Asked Wendy. I see no reason why you can't, said Grandma. Let's make you some costumes. They got to work quickly. Wendy and William linked the costume. Wendy and William liked the costumes that Grandma had made them. We look like clowns, laughed William. It was the day of the jump up. Everyone on the island showed up. Wendy and William were excited when they saw so many people in costume. The children joined the parade. William was standing on a giant spool. He couldn't make it roll forward without falling off. Grandpa took a photograph of them. Why don't you dress up to Grandpa? Asked Wendy. No, my jump-up days are over, he laughed. Some of the costumes were beautiful and some were funny. Many people did the tricks. There were people on stilts and there were people on roller skates. The other made music. There was a band on a lorry. Wendy and William were enjoying themselves. Everyone liked Wendy and William's costume. They clapped and laughed when they saw William balancing himself on the giant spool. That's a good idea, someone said. Why didn't I think of that? William felt good. Grandpa gave him a thumbs up sign. At the end of the parade, Grandpa gave the children a coconut each. This isn't like the coconut we get back home, said William. This looks much bigger. The nut is inside, said Grandpa. It's called a jelly nut. It tastes good, said Wendy. Try, William. Suddenly it began to pour with the rain. I didn't know there was a rain like this, said Wendy. I'm soaked. It'll soon stop, said Grandma. This sort of rain turns on and off like a tap. You'll soon get used to it. They ran back to the house. Grandpa turned on the television. The weather forecast came on. There were going to be a bad storm. Did you hear that? Said Grandpa. There's a big storm on the way. Come on, everyone. I need your help. The wind had begun to pick up and the sky had turned a deep gray. Grandma and Grandpa began putting shutters up at all the windows. You can help, Grandpa told Wendy and William. Help put these shutters up, then move all the plants inside. The next day, the storm hit the island. The house shook and swayed as the wind beat onto it. Rain lashes on the roof and windows. Great waves rolled in from the sea. Trees blew down, and some of the houses had their roof blown off. Wendy and William were frightened by the storm. One of the shutters flew open and things crashed and banged against the house. Don't worry, said Grandpa. Storms like this don't last for long. I hope the house won't blow away, said William. As soon as the storm was over, everyone went outside to see the damage. Some of the houses were wrecked and some boats had been swept onto the beach. That was quite a storm, said Grandma. Luckily, we knew just in time to have everything brought back into the house. It was lucky my boat was out of the water, said Grandpa, or it might have been wrecked like this one. Everyone set to work to clean up the mess. Wendy and William helped, and so everything was cleared up and tidy again. At last, Grandpa put his boat back into the water. Then he took the children out in it. We'll look at some of the island, he said, and maybe we'll land on one and have a picnic. Wendy and William were excited. What a wonderful place this is, said Wendy. I could stay here forever. Grandma laughed. I wish you could, she said, but your holiday is almost over. Maybe you can come and stay with us again soon. We'd love to, said Wendy and William. At last, the holiday was over and Wendy and William had to fly back home. I don't want to go, said William, but it'll be nice to see everyone at home again. There'll be lots to tell Mom and Dad, said Wendy. I must tell Beef and Chip all about it, said William. What a fantastic holiday. The end.